Hello, everyone. This is our first meeting using microphones, so please bear with us. At this time, can I get a motion and a second to resume the public portion of the agenda?
Motion.
Second.
You didn't talk into it, Gabby.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Thank you. If we could all stand for the flag salute.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, at this time, we have some presentations. We are going to be recognizing some important people. Yeah. Gonna be fancy with our microphones. So the first person we're going to recognize tonight is Carmen Jacobo. She's retiring from the board. She's given us 7 years of service through COVID. So some hard years of service there. We greatly appreciate your time and all you have done. Just for the public who's not aware, this is entirely volunteer. So we don't get any money for doing this, not even a penny. So we appreciate you working for us all through that. On behalf of Carmen, the board is donating 2 books to the library. We're still waiting on one to arrive, but Carmen selected the titles. So the one is, yeah, you want to come up and talk about it a little bit, why you picked these? And these will be in our school library.
Well, this was my all-time favorite, The Junkyard Wonders. And for those who know, I am a special ed teacher. So it's always been a goal and objective of mine to make all students, not just children that learn differently, to feel important and special. So this book talks about a special teacher who, with his passion, made it possible for every kid in this classroom to understand and cherish their ability and move forward with it from his classroom. So I feel, as an educator and thinking of the teachers here in Mullica and what many teachers here did for my 4 children who went through the school system, they all had that one teacher that made them feel the way this teacher made this class feel. So that's why I feel like this one would represent Mullica, because of the teachers that we have here. So that's why I picked this one. And the other book is on dyslexia, a character with dyslexia, and my specialty is reading. So with that book, I felt any child who currently is suffering, or not, I shouldn't say suffering, does have dyslexia, can understand it's just a different way of learning. You know, they're not any different. And usually it's in middle school or feeling the way that they feel. So that's why that book, I felt for middle school, any child, you know, could relate to that one character and feel at the end of reading that book, you know what, I am special. I learn differently, but this difference that I have doesn't mean anything. So.
Thank you, Carmen. And on behalf of our staff and students, we really appreciate your thoughtfulness that went into the book selection. For everyone to know, there is a placard inside the book that will remain there. And it says, this book is graciously donated by Ms. Carmen Jacobo, Board of Education member, 2019 to 2025. So both books will have that, and the students will know who made that donation. So on your behalf. So thank you for all of your service, and we really appreciate everything you've done. Okay. Do you want to do a picture?
Of course she does.
Your technology person, take a picture. Sure. Gosh, so much precious.
So you developed some things.
Cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So our next presentation comes with mixed emotions, I would say, for the group that's here on her behalf. We are here to celebrate Mrs. Donna Lesher. If you could come on up. So Mrs. Lesher has served our district since 2012 and has influenced and impacted the lives of many, our children, our staff, and our families alike. When I say mixed emotions, we certainly want the best for her and we want her to be happy in her retirement, but it's certainly big shoes to fill. And there's certain things that she just knows and does and just knows all the little details about what's happening here, and that will certainly be missed and be felt right from day one. I will say thank you on behalf of our students and our community. We have a plaque for you, and I'm going to read it aloud. It's presented to Donna Lesher in grateful appreciation for 14 years of dedicated service. Mullica Township School District, 2012 to 2026. Serving as our curriculum supervisor from 2012 to 2018, and our elementary principal from 2018 to 2026. We wish you all the health, happiness, and all the joy that retirement brings, and we're lucky to have had you.
I just want to add something on behalf of the board. A lot of people might not know or maybe don't remember, but our previous superintendent took a leave of absence for a little while, and Donna graciously stepped in for us and filled that gap and worked so hard. And she was doing two jobs. She was being the principal and also being the superintendent for that time period. And the board was so incredibly grateful for that. And the community was incredibly grateful for that. And, you know, it was such short notice and you just stepped up and you never questioned it. You just said, that's what you need me for? Okay, I'll do it. Like, no question. So thank you.
So first of all, I wasn't expecting some family here, so I'd like to introduce my husband, Joe, of about, I think we're 47 years. And my oldest daughter, Monica, and her husband, Matt, my new son-in-law that I love dearly, and my baby, Mary. Shane was not able to be here, but he's getting less Christmas gifts. So I think most of you know I don't want to retire, but I know I have to. I know it's time, but I don't want to go. My favorite time of the day has always been morning bus duty. So I can greet the little ones getting off the bus, give them hugs, you know, just I'm going to miss them dearly. The teachers and support staff in Mullica are the best, bar none. I admire your dedication to our students and to the community at large. Your support and willingness to go the extra mile never went unnoticed. I enjoyed working with the administrative team and Dr. Pauls. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to work longer with her, but the board has nothing to worry about. The district is in good hands. Steve Ware and his team, the police department, officers Torelli and Clements, Mike Irwin, all of them had my back. The district secretaries, the district office staff, much appreciated. And to the board members, thank you for the support that you have shown me during my tenure. I have always felt appreciated. I hope if I left anyone out, I apologize. I really will miss you all. Thanks.
Yeah, you
You should. Go on, family.
It's got it.
Yeah, she has a phone.
She fell again.
She picks up to
So we're going to take a brief break. I promised Donna that if she let me recognize, I would also let her get to dinner or have better plans. So we're going to take about a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back and jump into our next presentation. So thank you, everybody, for coming, and congratulations again to Donna.
I love it. That's why I love Christy. She's on. It's not weird to stay on with Christy. That's right. She's on. Bye. See you tomorrow. It's good to see you. No, we're not at the house yet.
Yeah. Freak out, turn it on once in a while.
I was gonna say some stuff. I was gonna do it in the public portion. Just save it for we can save it for the public portion. So then we rate it which we can be. Or watch on video.
Watch on video.
There you go. Send me the link.
Yeah, you guys got to
Thank you.
Thanks, CD. Thank you. Thank you.
And then I was gone. I'm like, sure. You guys. Yeah, because you're just doing the why, you're dropping all that stuff early. No, I know, I see her every day. I see her when she goes to the park.
There's a bit.
I think you just have to renew it. Yeah. I mean, if you're in that bell, anyway, just where you are. I know she's. I see her every day. I don't know what to do. Yeah, because last year was so chaotic, changing the time in the middle of the year. I never even thought about it. Because I almost wish they would just bring it back to 7.
I'm not even like excited.
Yeah, that's, oh, no, I understand, yeah. Yeah, no, I understand. Okay, okay, yeah, definitely, yeah.
She's like not there.
Yeah, they sign it on the clipboard. No, I know, I see her,
So maybe you say, okay, we're going to start like, the attendance thing, or the select coordinator comes at 8:20, so here and double checks the attendance, sign in.
I can let them tomorrow.
So you can have them on, you can have like a exotic meeting.
No, it's not. Yeah, but no, I would think that too, because you won't drop it already.
I mean, we were talking about that.
Like,
Crystal and I were talking about wikis, and I said, oh, we're actually going to have rounds. Ideas, concerns, what they want, a schedule moving forward, you know what I mean? Substitutes, stuff like that. Because, crowds can't work with that.
Oh, I know, and because I'm like, maybe I should be in the mood for what's going on. I feel like I'm coming in at 11, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I know.
Rebecca just sent me. Do you want me to give it? Okay. No, not at all. Yep. No problem. All right, everybody, if we can find our seats again, we're going to get started back up. At this time, Dr. Pauls is going to give us a NJ CUSAC update.
So we were able to get our NJ CUSAC results. And as a result of the findings, there's some next steps that we'll have to do. So I'm going to talk about that tonight. So as they went through everything, let me turn it just a bit. So for instruction and programming, this is consists of not only just what our written curriculum is and what's happening in classrooms, it's also how are the students performing on test scores in terms of our NJSLA results. So we scored a 76% in instruction and program. Fiscal management was 90%, governance 95%, operations 100%, and personnel 100%. All of the areas that you see listed there are required to meet a threshold of 80%. And any area that we do not meet 80%, we have to write an improvement plan for. And that's really the purpose of not only sharing the results, but also we're required to present this publicly so that the board is aware of what's going on and also the community. So instruction and programming, as I shared, it's also about our ELA scores, our math scores, and science. Not just one area, it was all three areas that we were deemed that we need to improve upon. If you remember when I presented the test scores back in October, we talked about this being a need, that we weren't meeting the state averages. And I also shared some of what you're going to hear tonight in terms of what our response is as a district and what we're doing as staff already. So the staff that are here are going to recognize, hey, we're already doing those things. So I just wanted to make that connection. So we had to establish a SMART goal, and our SMART goal for the year is to increase teacher awareness of student performance as it relates to language arts. And then it will keep going through language arts, science, and math. It's submitted 3 different times, both informative and summative assessment tools. so that they can create and implement academic improvement plans for specific identified students, not all students, for the ones that we would like to make progress with, and that will occur over the course of this school year. Our action steps, and you'll realize that we've been doing a lot of this since July, that we will be informing stakeholders of student performance. So if you go back to July, we've already done that in a board retreat. We had our opening of school staff meeting where everyone was updated as to not only how we performed this year, but how we've been performing over a number of years. Our results. And then I've also been including it in our parent meetings. So our Title I parent meeting, families within that program are also have been made aware of our need. From there, we'll develop and implement grade level meetings to discuss performance with staff or student performance with staff. So we've already done that. We have monthly meetings that we're meeting together, and we're talking about individual students. Upstairs has become a training room, has become very colorful and unique in terms of how our kids are specifically doing. Then we go into each meeting. So in September, we just went over the key data in October, and we reflected on that data. I asked teachers to think about how did the students perform? Was it up to where they thought they would perform? I asked them to think about the students that they have in class now. How would that relate? In our October meeting, we worked through the identification of target populations. And in November, we created a data wall, and that's our colorful wall upstairs where we're talking about individual kids. As we move into December, we've identified which students will be our targets and our focus. And then from there, we will really work on those individual plans. I can say that from our ACES program to our Title I programs to what's happening in our classrooms, all of those things are starting to talk to each other in a more intentional way, thinking about how can we really work with students to make progress. As we move from January through April, we will implement those plans for the individual students. We've identified staff to be coaches for kids. And we're not talking about just coaching in terms of, we want you to do well academically. It's about overall student affect, about school, about how they even view the test that's going to happen, the importance of it, that kind of thing, and just how they can overall be a better student. And then in May, we will engage in a reflection of how we think everything went this year. And we'll also start to make predictions about, based on all of the student data that we have, how are the students progressing, and do we think they will pass? Honestly, by May, we should be able to say this is our percentage of students based on how they're performing in class if all of our data internally is accurate. From there, we go into the plans, and I spoke a little bit more about that, but you'll see those things will be supported in our Title I programs, small group classroom instruction, targeted after-school tutoring during our ACES program, and then also summer learning opportunities for students so that we don't engage in the summer slide, and then they come back in September and they're starting stronger, and each year we get stronger. The monitoring of student progress, in addition to classroom monitoring, I talked about that mentor coach role. And during our data meetings, we will, through our systems, and I'm going to just jump to the next slide, we will be updating our data management system so that all the data that we're collecting on kids will go into OnCourse and will be part of the multiple measures. And at a real quick click, we can see how is a student performing. So we're going to start using our platforms and our resources at hand to make that management of data much more just that, manageable. Right now there's so many different Google Sheets and this and that, and trying to figure out what the picture of the student is in a lot of different places. And really our goal over the next couple months is getting that data all into one location, and then teachers can pull that student up and see their student data stories and really be able to identify really specific needs. In addition, our professional development days have already been focused on best practices of instruction and ensuring a successful implementation. We did a lot of curriculum type stuff back in October. And as we move into March, and we also, I'll say this, really started to lay the groundwork of understanding that we have teachers here that are experts in their field and what it is they're doing, and really creating those teacher leadership opportunities for staff to be presenting workshops and turnkeying things. So we'll continue that for March, as well as a number of other opportunities that we believe we need to meet the needs of the kids that are in front of us and continue to grow and learn. So next steps after I do this presentation tonight, and I appreciate you letting me go through what it is, the work that we're going to do. Tomorrow I will submit to the county after the board acts what this plan. They will continue to monitor us throughout the year. So you'll see them come in and do visits and kind of see our work in action. I see them as a support. What are things that they know exist in terms of resources? How can they get that into our hands, and how can they support us to continue to learn and grow? So that first meeting will happen on Monday when I meet with the county superintendent, and we'll just keep going from there and receiving that support that they're there to give us. Any questions from any of the board members? Okay, I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Dr. Pauls. At this time, the meeting will now be open to the public for comments. If your comments pertain to students, personnel, litigation, or negotiations, we would ask that you see the superintendent after the meeting, since the board does not generally discuss such items in public. Does anyone want to make a statement? Okay, thank you. Any old business?
No. I have a question.
Yes.
The coaches grant? The coaches grant, have we heard anything back on that?
We have. As you may recall, we applied for 4 grants through the state, and in our curriculum committee meeting, you'll hear about one of the grants that we did receive.
Thank you.
Under new business, I want to point out that we have the election results there. However, those are just the preliminary numbers. They are not the final certified numbers, so they may change slightly. We also want to recognize a $1,300 donation from the Cedar Creek Performing Arts Program in support of our drama and band programs. So that's a substantial donation. So we are very grateful for that. Any other new business?
No.
Any correspondence?
No.
All right. Committee reports. Curriculum and policy. She really does not want to talk on the microphone, so.
I really do not want to talk on the microphone. We talked about some updated policies. We've been going through, chunking through different sections and going through them since we turned to the school board's policies a couple years ago. We just want to make sure we go through all of those. We talked a little bit about the GIF dinner and the New Jersey School Boards Association funding survey that was due the 14th. Then we talked about the LIFT grant, which I'm really excited about. Dr. Pauls had applied, and a group had applied for in the summer. We did receive the LIFT grant, and its focus is birth to age 3. The most exciting thing to me, and why I wanted to talk about it, was that we're going to be integrating Music Together. Some of you may be familiar with the Music Together program. My daughter was a participant. It was it was a really great way to get together with other families, and they're gonna have them come here and do the program for Mullica families. And within that, it'll be during the school day, and it's going to be coupled with an early literacy component led by a master teacher. So the way that Dr. Pauls explained it was they can take books, right? Mm-hmm. And learn about how to use the board books appropriately as part of the Yes, Come and Do Music Together, which has all of these amazing benefits for young children. And then also, hey, here's some books, here's how you use them, and then they could change them each time they come. So very exciting. And newborn registry? Is that?
You want me to talk about that?
Is that okay? Because I don't remember. I was very excited about Music Together and lost it.
So our overall goal when we have the kids here are two things. One, to establish relationships with the families so that they are coming right in at birth and seeing the school as a resource, and also increasing oral language within children at a really early age. So the other piece to it is it will also, through that process, we will be creating a registry that as you have your child, we are going to have you register with the district at that point so we can start predicting, what's our preschool class going to look like in 2 to 3 years from now. And so that will be an open online form for folks to put that information in. It will actually allow us, as we coordinate with county services, to be sharing with this population of families really unique opportunities for them. Ultimately, recognizing the needs of Mullica, there's not a lot of different places for people to meet kind of collectively and gain these resources as there may be in some other communities. So it's, again, creating that idea that our school is a resource for families. It's, a community center, a place that if you want or need information, that we're here to serve you in all the ages of your child, not just pre-K to 8.
Very exciting. Then we talked a little bit about after that, the preschool program and expanding by a couple of classes next year, and also the QSAC update. That was all. And the calendar.
Thank you. Finance and operations.
All right. So we received an HVAC update about some of the balancing issues that are going on, allowing one of the third-party vendors remote access to the network so that they can assist with some of the HVAC issues. We also discussed the replacement of the final section of roof, planning for that, possible referendums that may be upcoming in the next few years. We went into our federal grant audit and our annual audit, the on-site testing being completed. We discussed a budget question and answer section on the website that we're hoping to launch and make live in the not too distant future. New Jersey School Board sent us out a funding survey. We also talked about the GIF dinner coming up next month, and we also discussed some of the new school board member training that Dr. Pauls will be taking on.
Thank you. Personnel and negotiations.
We talked about, we discussed a possible LEAP shared service grant with Mullica Township for an audio system. We discussed the New Jersey School Boards Association funding survey, the GIF dinner. We reviewed the school calendar. We discussed personnel and shared services.
That was a long one. You okay?
Thank you.
I have one question on the budget question and answer segment. Are we going to address where that $750,000 tax increase went?
That is in that, yes.
Okay, that is
Yeah,
perfect.
so it's a whole fact from the last 10 years. How did we get here? Why did we do what we did? All that, so.
That presentation that Todd gave to the board, it's that, but left one.
Cool. Outstanding. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If I have to talk to the microphone.
All right, can I get a motion and a second to approve the October 15th, 2025 Board of Education regular and executive session meeting minutes?
Motion.
Second.
She beat you to it. Good. All in favor?
Aye.
Any abstain? Any opposed? Okay, thank you. The next section is monthly reports for information. At this time, can I get a motion and a second for the Mullica Township Board of Education upon recommendation of the superintendent, approve items 8B through 8M?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
I'm going to talk again. We're on 8, right?
Yes, we're on 8.
I just want to thank everybody who, both the parents and the teachers who are on the 6th grade trip. They left today. I went when Autumn was in 6th grade, and I thought it was an amazing experience for the kids, for the teachers, for them to build a community. And I appreciate the board and everyone for supporting the trip. I think it's really important for the kids and the staff and the families to all come together. I got more sleep than Ms. Sullivan said I was going to get, so that was a win. And it's just nice to see, and it's nice to see some of the parents that are on here had gone before, the staff are repeating, so it just shows that it's a great opportunity for our kids, and I hope to continue that in the future. Has this got field trips too?
Yeah.
And all of the field trips that are listed in, oh, that's 9. Sorry, I'm good. That's my stuff.
Any other discussion? Can I get a roll call?
Ms. Jacobo,
Yes.
Ms. Kurtz,
Yes.
Mr. Rohnert,
Yes.
Mr. Stallingworth,
Yes.
Ms. Warner,
Yes, but abstain from H.
noted. Mr. Winterbottom,
Yes.
Ms. Watt,
I agree with Sarah, but I have to abstain from 8F.
noted. Ms. Wild,
Yes, but I have to abstain from 8H.
noted. Ms. Brownhill,
Yes.
motion's passed.
At this time, can I get a motion and a second for the Mullica Township Board of Education upon recommendation of the superintendent, approve items 9B through 9H?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Back again, more field trips. Again, thank you everyone who does the field trips. And I believe some of these might be the special ed field trips where they go, and Janine's not here anymore, where they go and they have real world experiences. I think that's a really great opportunity for the kids. I think that's what some of these are. So thank you to everyone who organizes and takes the kids to those things.
And look at all your microphone usage. Any other discussion? Can I get a roll call?
Ms. Jacobo,
Yes.
Ms. Kurtz,
Yes.
Mr. Rohnert,
Yes.
Mr. Stallingworth,
Yes.
Ms. Warner,
Yes.
Mr. Winterbottom,
Yes, I agree with Sarah, but I abstain from 9D.
9B or
D.
D,
D.
noted. Ms. Wild
Yes.
and Ms. Brownhill,
Yes.
motion's passed.
At this time, can I get a motion and a second for the Mullica Township Board of Education upon recommendation of the superintendent, approve items 10B through 10C?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, can I get a roll call?
Ms. Jacobo,
Yes.
Ms. Kurtz,
Yes.
Mr. Rohnert,
Yes.
Mr. Stallingworth,
Yes.
Ms. Warner,
Yes.
Mr. Winterbottom,
Yes.
Ms. Wild,
Yes.
and Ms. Brownhill.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
Do I do that after? Okay. Can I get a motion and a second for the Mullica Township Board of Education upon recommendation of the business administrator, approve items 11B through 11I?
Motion.
Second.
Okay. I just want everyone to know that item 11H had a typo. The facility use fee for the MTRA basketball should be $250 for Saturdays, not $350. So we're making that correction. I know the rep appreciates that. Any other discussion? Okay, can I get a roll call?
Ms. Jacobo,
Yes.
Ms. Kurtz,
Yes.
Mr. Rohnert,
Yes.
Mr. Stallingworth,
Abstain on 11B, yes to the rest.
noted.
Thank you.
Ms. Warner,
Yes.
Mr. Winterbottom,
Yes.
Ms. Wild,
Yes.
and Ms. Brownhill.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
At this time, the meeting will now be open to the public for comments. If your comments pertain to students, personnel, litigation, or negotiations, we would ask that you see the superintendent after the meeting since the board does not generally discuss such items in public. Do we have any comments? You're gonna have to use a microphone.
I was gonna ask, but I have to use one. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait, okay.
You can,
Yeah, okay.
okay.
All right, I don't want to stand.
I mean, unless you want to walk around with the stand, but.
Really? Oh my gosh. So I let Miss Lesher know that she could just tune into the YouTube. I didn't make her stay. I know she had family plans, but the MTEA would like to formally thank Miss Lesher for her years of service and dedication to the district. And apparently she's in luck because retirement makes you look 10 years younger.
Mhm.
Just take a look at Karen over here. I had no idea who it was when she walked in. 10 years younger. You look amazing, by the way. So we wish her all the best in her retirement and, hopefully she drops us a line and lets us know the adventures that she's up to. But I want to echo Dr. Paul. She said there are some big shoes to fill. And I wanted to let Janine know, hope to see you behind the line in the cafeteria helping with the student lunches and whatnot, because Donna was very famous for that. So we thank you, Ms. Lesher. We also like to thank Mrs. Jacobo for her service on the Board of Ed. Best wishes for your future endeavors. I was going to congratulate Mrs. Lynch, but I understand the numbers are not for sure.
Yeah, but there's only-
I mean,
there was only
for the
three
board,
three
it's,
spots.
yeah,
Okay.
the numbers might
Well-
change, but there were only three
Okay,
people.
well, somebody
so-
can slap my hand
We're
and
safe.
say it if need be,
Yes.
but congratulations, Ms. Lynch, and congratulations to everybody that has held their seat. We look forward to continued partnership with you to strive to make Mullica School District shine. Thank you. We also like to thank Dr. Pauls for allowing the MTEA to have a voice in the district calendar for next year. We do appreciate that, the consideration and the collaboration on that. We appreciate it. We just wanted to give you a little update with our PEP funding. It's our public education partnership, and it's our funding that we get with NJEA and whatnot. We apply for these grants to help fund some of our events with the community and whatnot. With our PEP funds, we were able to contribute $1,250 to the PTA for community needs. This money will go to support the Thanksgiving baskets, as well as gifts for the Giving Tree. The PTA can also use this money to purchase ShopRite gift cards for future insecurities that any families are experiencing, and or gift cards for teens in need during the holidays and whatnot. We also provided breakfast for our veterans and donated leftover food to local community members. And we just wanted to say thank you to the Mullica Municipal Alliance. We had a blast at the trunk or treat, and we'll be hoping to get a prize next year. So admin team, the Cookie Monsters better watch out, okay? So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
As this is our last meeting before the holidays, I just wanted to wish everyone a happy holidays, leading with Thanksgiving all the way through winter break. And I wanted to give some reminders. December is a very busy month for us here in Mullica. So this upcoming Monday on the 24th, we start off with Mullica's Got Talent. That will be at 6 p.m. We hope that you'll join us for that. On December 4th, our choir and band will be performing at the tree lighting. That's at 6 p.m. at Town Hall. On the 5th, the PTA will be having their holiday night, and we hope that you'll join us for that. On the 9th, the choir will be performing at the Schoolhouse Christmas, again at 6 p.m. And then our choir and band have their concert on December 11th at Cedar Creek, starting at 6:30. So we hope that you can join us for any and all of these events, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Okay. I have the PTA update from the PTA president. Thank you to everyone who purchased gift cards during our Raise Right gift card sale earlier this month. We appreciate your support. This drive helped raise over $1,000 for our PTA. We had our first playground meetup and it was a success. We are looking forward to planning more as weather cooperates. Our Scholastic Fall Book Fair is underway, as you can see. We will be open tomorrow through Tuesday, including evening hours following the Mullica's Got Talent show on Monday night. PTA was happy to support our school's food drive with donations of bread, potatoes, apples, donated by Mood's Farm Stand, and non-perishables. Thank you to everyone involved in coordinating and donating to help our community. Next month, we will host Holiday Night on Friday, December 5th. This event will be a fun night with crafts and activities, and we are very grateful for the partnerships and support of MTEA, Mullica Rec, Municipal Alliance, NJHS, Werner Farms, Dance Magic, and Chef Andre Race to Feed. Trimester treats will be passed out on Monday, December 8th, and the PTA's second holiday shop will be December 9th through 11th. That was a PTA update. Any other public comments? I kind of jumped into that without closing the public comments, sorry. Anyone else? Okay. All right, any update from MTEF then?
No.
Okay. Did I miss a page? Oh, our next board meeting is our reorganization meeting, and is scheduled for January 7th, 2026 at 7 p.m. for the public session. And there is no executive on that day.
Answer my question.
Can I get a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting then?
Motion.
Second.
Turn it off too soon. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstained? All right, motion carries. We are good. Thank you everyone for coming out.
I went, who's this teenager walking in? You look great. Doesn't she look awesome? I know, I literally didn't have to do it. I had to do it. Okay, no, I'm great, I'm good.